right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. You are watching a pilot episode of Dougie versus Drust.
That's me.
So this is going to be an interesting show. We got some arguments, some hot takes. Could be sports related, could be movies related, music related,
Life related and everything.
whatever it may be. This is kind of our version of
Us little models.
Stephen A versus Skip.
Yeah, but then more sports. I think we're going more. We want to go to like both in them. Like we're trying to get into like both. So I mean, I think that'd be a good good for us type of thing. Because I mean, I don't know. We are a sports podcast.
Yeah.
Don't get that twisted. We do like to learn sports, but I think a mixture of both, even anything like cultural wise.
Yeah, because I think the Backstreet Boys are better than NSYNC.
Oh, so we're going in that one right now.
I mean, we can.
Absolutely can. I think NSYNC was the popular group back then.
I totally disagree with you. Backstreet Boys all the way.
I mean, listen.
They had the #1 hit. I want it that way.
But so the NSYNC with Bye Bye Bye. You cannot go on Bye Bye Bye.
You can't go wrong with
Come
it.
on.
But
Bye Bye Bye. It might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye Bye. Come on.
You can, but Backstreet Boys, I think, has the more hits. Karaoke, more people are going to go to Backstreet Boys. You know it. I know it. You see me go to I Want It That Way.
You're telling me nobody did NSYNC at your cruise?
Not that I know of.
Well, I say Bulgar Dash. I say Bulgar Dash.
I think it's Backstreet Boys all day.
Listen, name me
I Want It That Way.
Name me a song that Backstreet Boys did that was Bye 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 with their hands. Name me it.
Yeah, but you have so many hits.
Name me who's the most famous. When the group disbanded, who became famous out of the group of Backstreet Boys?
Probably
no one. You know when NSYNC separated, who became the most famous one?
Oh, we got Joey Fatone.
No, not Joey Fatone. He didn't become that famous. He became semi-famous.
Oh, talking about Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Justin Timberlake.
So there was more talent to one person than anybody else with Backstreet Boys and everything. And come on.
Think about the hits they've had. They had As Long As You Love Me.
Okay.
I Want It That Way.
Okay.
You have The One in a Million.
One in a Million sounds more like The One. So
what's another hit they had?
You're going to look it up?
No, I know the hits, but I just don't know the name of the songs. Millennium.
That's the album, I think.
Yeah, that's the album.
I was going to say, that's not a song, that's an album.
Oh, let me just pull up on my phone because I got my whole playlist.
Well, I don't know if we could play it because it might be copyright.
No, we're not going to play it.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't want to get in trouble by YouTube.
I'm going to name the songs because there's a lot of songs that you can name for Backstreet Boys.
Saying they could do it in sync.
No, you can't. There's only 3. It's gonna be Me and Bye Bye Bye. That's their
Me
main
and
hits.
Bye Bye Bye?
That's their main hits.
Are you kidding me?
That's their main hit. Yeah, but you go to Backstreet Boys.
It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. Exactly. And that's in sync. He's arguing with
me. All right, here we go. You got I Want It That Way. You got Everybody, Larger Than Life, Shape of My Heart, Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely.
Okay.
It's Gotta Be You, Don't Want You Back, Back to Your Heart, Get Another Boyfriend.
Okay. All right, so you're on the lesser known songs.
But everyone knows of those songs. Like when you go NSYNC, you don't really.
Okay. It's Gonna Be Me.
Yeah, but that's 2.
Bye Bye Bye.
2.
Tearing Up My Heart.
Yeah,
I Want You Back.
That's Jackson 5.
No, it's also, they also did a remake of it, and it was pretty good. Girlfriend?
Never heard of that.
Yes, you have. I can't play it right now.
And then NSYNC has another good song. Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday.
Thinking of You, that's a good one.
I'm more of a Backstreet guy.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're saying successful-wise, it's gonna be NSYNC.
Yeah, but I still think it's Backstreet Boys
Backstreet
because
Boys
of
might
the
have
many hits
pops.
And the way they had a concert right before COVID, September of 2019 at the Prudential Center. NSYNC split up. Backstreet Boys have not split up. They still go together on their tours.
But they haven't released an album in years. And no, and NSYNC's been back. They're back together, but they don't need to perform.
Why not?
They don't want to. They don't have to. They had their success in early 2000s. They made their money.
Yeah, but Backstreet Boys still have success. They had tours. They had another album come out 2015.
2015. But I think they had to come out with an album. Maybe something was wrong in like one of the people's past. That could be it. Oh, let's make this album so I get some money so I can pay off maybe my child support or something like that. We don't know in their past.
What? But
I
it
think
has to do with who's better.
Okay. You're right.
What does it have to do with who's better?
You're right. I shouldn't have gotten into that. But
Yeah,
I think
Trust and Drust.
NSYNC always had, especially you go to their concerts, always had the best concerts besides another group that I could probably name. They're not better than the two we were saying. Oh my God, it has Marky's brother in it.
New Kids on the Block.
That's it. New Kids on the Block. They have my father is a big New Kids on the Block fan.
They had a few good songs.
Yes.
Step by step.
Yes, but I don't think they're on the level because they're not on that level. Those two, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, were the reasons why we have the groups that we did. A-Town. Oh my God, there's like so many groups I could.
One Direction.
No, I don't count them. I mean, they probably got influenced by them, but they're all doing individual. They lasted only like a couple of years.
Yeah, they lasted like 2 years, and then they all separated and did their own work.
Yeah, they're same with Fifth Harmony. You can say about them.
But they're a girl group.
Yeah, but they made their success together, and now they're all separated doing their own. Well, Fifth Harmony has new members, but it's not going to be the same as the first.
So what you're saying is, Backstreet Boys are just the Backstreet Boys, and if they separated, they couldn't do success on their own. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
right
and like
but that has nothing to do with the impact that they were as a group.
But so saying that with NSYNC though, they had a greater, probably the better impact.
In what basis, though?
Basis? I don't know. Let's see. They had #1 hits. Same.
So the Backstreet Boys.
They had probably the best concerts.
So the Backstreet Boys.
Not compared to NSYNC's. Who was on television a lot more that you saw? NSYNC. NSYNC was the popular group, more popular than Backstreet Boys. That was always the media didn't go at the Backstreet Boys. I don't know why they didn't, but they always went to NSYNC because they had something else that.
Yeah, but when did each group start?
The same time. I mean, I'll take a look right now.
I don't know. I don't think it's the same time.
Okay.
I think one was early 90s and then the other was late 90s.
Okay, let's do.
Yeah, but just because Justin Timberlake went on his own and created new albums has nothing to do with the group. Because then you can make the argument that he was carrying the group. You can make the argument that Joey Fatone was carrying the group.
Backstreet Boys started in 1993. And then...
See, I wasn't even born yet, and they're still a hit. What we got?
Give me a second. I'm just trying to find them. They started in 95. NSYNC did.
All right, so 2 years later.
Yeah. But I just feel like they had more success going into them. NSYNC. Because Backstreet Boys came up, but when NSYNC came through, they were the face. They became the face of the boy bands. They became the face.
Got the numbers of record sales? Because I think that will say the ultimate test of who was better.
So NSYNC and Backstreet Boys record sale?
Yeah, what do we got?
Okay. Backstreet Boys.
Hey, you look up NSYNC, I'll look up Backstreet Boys.
Well, I'm just looking up NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and then together. Give me 1 second.
Just Backstreet Boys record deals.
Record deals or record sales?
Record sales. All right. Over 100 million records worldwide, making them the best-selling boy band of all time, and one of the world's best-selling music artists.
How much did you say?
Over 100 million records worldwide. It looks like 130 to be exact.
Okay, the band completed 5 national concert tours. They sold over 70 million records, becoming one of the best-selling boy bands of all time.
One of the best, but the best. Backstreet's back. What about #1 hits? Because Backstreet Boys looks like they only had 2.
Number one hits. Give me 1 second.
Backstreet Boys had 2 number 1 hits.
Number one hits.
In 1997.
They had It's Gonna Be Me. It's the same. And it's also Bye Bye Bye.
Or so 2.
Oh, actually 3. Bye 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 and This I Promise. This I Promise You. I hear your mom in the background. It could have been. Am I singing it that great?
Copy.
Yeah, so they had probably 3.
So the thing about the Backstreet Boys, though, you had Brian, you had Howie, you had Kevin, you had Nick, and you had AJ.
Okay.
None of them went on their own. They were successful as a group.
But they did separate and didn't do anything for the longest time until...
Yeah, but everybody separates.
Well, no.
Make the argument for Jackson 5. Michael Jackson went on his own.
Jackson 5 what? Because Michael Jackson wanted to be on his own. And
he was more successful than Jackson 5.
Yes, on his own. But you can't say that for like bands like Metallica. Metallica's been around the longest time since the 70s. And they're still performing together, selling out every arena they go to. A friend of mine, Phil, he went to Ireland to go see them perform. And it was probably one of the best concerts he's ever been to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can't say, if we could ask people that were around in the 90s that were like our age, who's the best?
Say Backstreet.
We don't know.
I say Backstreet.
Like you say Backstreet, I say NSYNC. NSYNC had bops as well.
Yeah, but not really those hits that people sing out to and jam out to. Like Backstreet Boys.
No, there's...
I Want It That Way always is a hit. Yes. You go to Met games for the eighth inning karaoke. What comes on? Usually it's Piano Man, but it's I Want It That Way.
Well, because it's always going to be like towards New York.
It's I Want It That Way.
But also when it's a pitch blown by, bye, bye, bye.
I never hear that.
Bull crap. I heard it plenty of times.
I haven't.
I don't know. For me, I think it's definitely NSYNC.
I mean, it could be either way, but whatever one you guys think is better,
yeah,
leave a comment
or argue.
Leave a chat. Leave a chat. Argue with one another. See what you think is better.
Yeah, because we're always gonna argue about certain things.
Yeah.
Especially because there's so many arguments we could have.
Yeah, and so many.
And like you guys could bring up a bunch of stuff here that we could argue about.
Yeah, send us whatever you guys want. Sports.
Anything related or anything like even like today's modern era or even back then.
Yeah, whatever you guys got for Dougie versus Drust.
Yeah, if there's topics back then that you guys want to bring in, please. We are
go for it.
Like we could just talk. Like we had something that day. Like we don't have anything. Boom.
Yeah.
Like we have stuff. Don't get us wrong. Like we have stuff already set up.
Yeah.
But we definitely want to hear your voices.
Yeah, bring something up, especially if we do these live in front of, our Dougie and Boys audience.
Yeah.
Send us some stuff. We'll bring it up.
Yeah. If you see us at a bar and we're doing like a live show, please don't be.
Yeah, come up.
Yeah, be like if you have an argument, we can just be like, "Ooh, what do we think about that?"
Yeah, come up. Come up to us.
Because we're pretty happy to. We'll be very happy to like try to indulge best we can, especially with the knowledge that we were given.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll discuss who we think is better, Sidney Crosby or Alex Ovechkin. I am going with Sid the Kid. We will be right back.
That we can argue about.
We can.
That's a good one. That's a good one. We continue.
Yeah, we'll say that for another day. But see, even we argue off the air.
Yeah.
But
you're trying to control me, ladies and gentlemen.
Sidney Crosby or Alex Ovechkin? Jimmy, start it off.
All right, I gotta go with the Toothless Wonder. Alex Ovechkin is a menace on the ice. He's like the enforcer on that. So Crosby's not that much of an enforcer. Crosby does need genuinely help. Like I know it's a team sport, but I could trust more Ovechkin than I could trust Crosby. Because Crosby also had the greatest goaltender in this generation, in Fleury. He's probably one of the best goaltenders. Ovechkin, I could probably say was Holtby.
Yeah, Holtby.
Holtby, I think it was his name. He was really good, but he wasn't as clutch as Fleury was.
And Fleury's still playing.
Fleury's still playing, and Holtby, I don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
I think he's home retired.
Yeah, he's basically retired, but he didn't officially.
But we're talking about those two.
You got to go with Sidney Crosby.
I don't know.
The guy is an overall team player. He makes everyone around him better. He puts up the points. He may not put up the goals, but he puts up the assist. You got to go with Sid the Kid.
Yeah, but if Ovechkin's putting up the freaking goals, I mean,
he's standing in the right spot. That his little corner. He always stands there and he scores.
Yeah.
Sidney Crosby.
But he's not communicating with his team that much. Ovechkin's always constantly talking with his team.
Yeah, but Sidney Crosby's a better leader, better player overall.
I don't want to say a better leader.
Overall, all around, you got to go with Sidney Crosby over Alex Ovechkin.
Every time they would play, Ovechkin and them it would always come down to Game 7.
Yeah, always. Who would always come out on top and win? Sidney Crosby.
50-50. No, 50-50 half the time. 50-50 half the time.
Well, who won most of the time? Sidney Crosby. Look at the playoff success. 2009.
But did they?
Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
2016. Sidney Crosby. 2017. Sidney Crosby.
Did Crosby win all those MVPs? No.
Twice. MVP?
No. Finals or Stanley Cup Finals.
He won 3 Stanley Cups.
But did he win the finals? The champion. The MVP.
Yeah, twice.
No, not regular season.
Yeah, twice. Conn Smythe Award twice. Yeah.
Okay, and then Ovechkin, when they went there, when he finally got to the dance, he didn't ruin it. Ovechkin took Crosby a couple of times.
Oh yeah, the first time he went there, he lost.
Yeah, but with Ovechkin, one time he was there and he won it against a young, decent team in the Golden Knights.
Hold on, Crosby also has gotten past the second round. His teams haven't really choked in the playoffs until recent. Ovi, every time they make the playoffs and play Pittsburgh, they lose.
Well, he says in that Crosby because
Crosby has made the conference finals.
Every time they will go,
Crosby has won the Stanley Cup. When has Ovechkin made it past the second round besides 2018?
There's times that he made to the conference champions a bunch of times.
One time.
2 times.
1 time.
2 times.
1 time.
2 times.
When was the other time?
Probably when they had to play the Penguins.
And they lost.
Yeah, but
they made it.
But was it because of Sidney? No. It was because of other teams around him.
Okay,
Ovechkin,
you could make that argument that Crosby has had great talent around him.
Yes, Ovechkin didn't really have that.
You still need a great player and a great captain, which is Sidney Crosby.
Right, but Ovechkin will carry that team on his back.
In 2018.
Even before then.
In 2018.
Before then, in
2018, 1 year.
Before he went to the finals. The Stanley Cup. Before he went, when he had a bunch of success, and he always get to the second or third round. He would always have to play a decent team. Either he had to play he played the Devils the 1 year, and we beat them. That's why I think it was the second round. The third round maybe. I forgot what it was. It was around whatever time. They were the best. I'll say this: the Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins were probably the 2 best teams in those early to mid. You could say 2010s.
Yeah.
They were the best 2 teams.
And who's had more success in his career? Sidney Crosby.
Oh, we could say Ovechkin too. Ovechkin had success too. Maybe not all the Stanley Cups, but
who's better? Out of both of them, who's better? Who would you rather start your franchise with, your organization with? Who would you rather start with? I am drafting Sidney Crosby. Yes, I understand you had Chris Letang. You had Evgeny Malkin. You've had all these great players around him.
See, you just answered my question. You just answered my own question. He needed help.
But you also need a great captain and a great player in Sidney Crosby.
But he needed to develop into that role. Ovechkin didn't need to develop in that role. He was the captain. He was the role. He was the leader of that team. He made it. Crosby had to take time. He had to develop into that. As soon as Ovechkin got into the league, he was already named captain.
You're talking about Sidney Crosby.
No, Ovechkin as well. Crosby wasn't automatically captain because you still had Yager on there.
Crosby became captain in 2007.
And then when he get drafted,
2005.
So 2 years, Ovechkin got the captain immediately.
No, he did not.
Are you looking right now?
Ovechkin became captain in 2009.
And then when he get drafted,
2004.
Okay, so all right. I apologize. I thought it was, but still, when he got in that role, he was automatic. He was automatic before he became captain.
Okay, what's the point? My point is who's more successful?
Who needed a better team to surround him, and who didn't really need that? He only needs decent role players.
Yeah, Ovechkin made the Capitals.
Yeah, exactly.
But Crosby.
So did make the Penguins. The Penguins made them. They put players around him.
Yeah, they put players around him. They drafted great young players.
Right. So you're gonna put Ovechkin didn't need all that. Hey, give me a couple of good role players, and you know what? I'll get you far. I'll get you to the promised land best way I can. Crosby's like, I need the goddamn mother. I won't curse that much, but he's like, I need this, 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 and this. Ovechkin was more, all right, can you just give me one or two decent role players and I'll make it work, and give me a decent goaltender, somebody that can only stop like 2 goals, let it go through. That's it.
I don't know.
Because you also have Fleury, like I said.
You had Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had great teams with Crosby.
Yes,
but that has nothing.
For Crosby,
that has nothing to do with the player he is.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Yes, because you're a good system to develop. Freaking Washington, Wisconsin going in and out of head coaches at that time.
I know.
And then if Ovechkin came in, dude, they're like, okay, this guy's actually like, he's really good. Like, he's really going to be one of the best. And he showed it. He showed it early on. Crosby needed a team to help him.
I don't know.
It's like you could say with the whole LeBron and MJ argument.
You can make the same thing about Peyton and Brady.
Yeah, well, we'll get that in a further line. We want to start with hockey because we don't get to talk to hockey.
Yeah, we don't get to talk hockey much.
As much. Because we don't get to have that argument. So, especially now with hockey, because even with Jonathan and Jane Ram, shout out to Unsolicited Role Models may not want, but you may just need. They probably could talk about soccer now. And even like boxing. We could talk about boxing as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
We could talk because, I mean, there's fire, like, because you don't watch UFC that much. I know that. Boxing, we can probably get into a little bit. Because, there's a lot of great fighters back in the day. But we digress. But no, if we're saying that, I mean, Ovechkin for me was that guy that could just, you put a team around him, and if you put him into Pittsburgh with all those players, they probably won like 3 or 4, like Tampa did. Tampa, could you think Stamkos was the best player on that team?
Oh no,
exactly.
They've had great players. They've had Braden Point, Victor Hedman. They've had a great goalie. Andre Vasilevsky,
Johnson, Hagelin.
So what you're saying is, if Alex Ovechkin was on the Pittsburgh Penguins, he would have the same amount as cup. He wouldn't have maybe more cups than Sidney Crosby has. I do not buy it.
Yes, I think so.
Crosby won 3 cups. Ovi has 1.
Yes. So you switch him around. I think Ovi would have 3 or 4. He had a better goaltender because there's no argument between Fury and Hopi. Fury is the better goalie. Better goaltender.
Oh, yeah, he's the second all-time in wins.
Yes. Is he behind him?
Martin Brodeur.
Yeah, he's behind him. Or no, that was Lundqvist that had it too.
No, he's behind Marty.
So he's above Lundqvist?
It's Brodeur, Fleury, and Waugh.
Waugh. Oh, I forgot about Waugh. So like Lundqvist never on that.
Lundqvist never hit 500.
That's crazy because a lot of people want to argue between Brodeur and
Brodeur and Lundqvist.
But there's no argument.
Marty and Waugh. Some people say Dominic Hasek was a better goalie.
Yeah,
but I do not buy it.
The Canadians one that was really good for Roy.
Yeah, Patrick Waugh.
No, Roy from
Patrick Waugh.
No, his name was Roy.
Well, Canadian, I think it's pronounced Waugh.
Oh, that was like Roy. Why that guy? But he has an argument. I think he has a legit argument against Brodeur.
I don't know.
There's an argument between that. We could get more in research of that one, But no, I mean, 'cause it's like saying like, because people are trying to argue with Wayne Gretzky and what's his name Oilers. You know what I'm talking about?
Messier?
No, McDavid.
Oh, McDavid.
Yeah,
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid. They're all trying to make an argument with that. There's no argument yet because he hasn't won the big one yet.
Well, you can make the argument for McDavid and Matthews.
It'll be McDavid.
Yeah, but you can make the argument for McDavid and Matthews.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but because they're both
who's
the same.
better right now?
Right now, it'll always be McDavid.
Yeah, McDavid. I think it'd be McDavid.
Yeah, I mean, you could have the argument if we looked it up. We could definitely have an argument between them two. But for us, it's gonna be more McDavid because Matthews is really good. Don't get me wrong, but he hasn't had the stats for him to be the young like.
Well, the thing with Matthews is Matthews has the goal scoring. I think this year he had 69 goals, but only like 30 assists.
Right.
And this year McDavid, I think, had like 30 goals and 100 assists.
Yeah, because he was more feeding other people.
So you can say McDavid is the better overall player all around.
But if you're going to say Matthews is the better scorer,
is the better goal scorer.
Yeah.
That's the argument you can make.
Yeah, but if you're going to say better player overall, it's good.
It will probably be McDavid.
Yeah, because I think Matthews is a great player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But with the whole, McDavid, they're already saying he was the next Gretzky.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why people try to put titles on that.
Because they want this comparison. It's like.
No, it's not compared because their career's not over. His is just
started.
But
like people like to compare who these players are. Like if you look at the draft, let's give an example.
We go what hockey or baseball?
Anything in any sport. You could say for like a player that gets drafted, Joe Burrow, he reminds me of a Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Or Caleb Williams, he reminds me of a Patrick Mahomes.
I think he reminds me more of Michael Vick, to be honest. Like he has to run it. Because you could make the argument with Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick.
I think you can have a disagreement with that.
Yeah, because they compare him to Michael Vick. Michael Vick was 1 in a million.
Yeah, but Michael Vick ran the ball.
So Lamar Jackson.
But Lamar Jackson also throws the ball.
But so it's Michael Vick. What do you mean? Have you seen him throw that ball? He could still toss it.
No, but I get it. But Michael Vick's game was purely running the ball.
Well, so was Lamar. How do you think Lamar won MVP? Not the year that just passed.
Yeah, but if Lamar
first time.
But if Lamar has receivers, Lamar throws the ball. Lamar hasn't really had a top receiver.
Though.
Yeah, he's had talented receivers.
Who? There's your answer. You got to look it up. You don't even know.
What do you mean? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I didn't grow up during that era.
Ron Smith. I think Smith. He was on. Or no, he might be. No, I forgot the receiver that talked crap to Dion.
All right, Mike Vick. Let's see his stats.
We'll see. Like his rookie. Because didn't he win? Because I don't think he ever won an MVP. I don't think, did he? No, Michael Vick. I believe he did. I'm not too sure. He might have. Oop, Mike's like eating my face. He might have. I don't know if he did.
Michael Vick's career, of course, he had a short career.
Yeah.
But his career high before the whole
dark argument,
the dog cage fighting thing. 20. His career high in touchdown passes is 20.
20.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, he's gonna have more because he's still playing.
But that's in a season.
And one season?
Yeah, his career is 20.
His career. Wait.
Passing touchdowns.
And his career.
For his one season.
For one season, okay. What will Lamar have?
Lamar Jackson?
Passing, not running.
Passing.
Yeah. Because it's going to probably burn out both.
This year he had 24.
Okay, all right. So let's go rookie by when it are rookies. Well, I actually can't because Vick started and it took a year for Lamar. So I can't really say that. But did Michael Vick did win MVP, correct? Or did he not?
I got to look it up.
I don't think he did.
Where Jackson threw 36 touchdown passes in 2019.
Okay.
Jackson throws the ball where Michael Vick's main focus was run the ball.
Yeah, but did he have anybody, though?
That has nothing to do with it.
You just said a comparison. I like how we got into this one.
I'm just saying you can compare how they throw. You can compare. Hold on. You can compare how they both run the ball.
Right.
That is a similarity. But the difference is Vic didn't really throw the ball, whereas Jackson throws the ball.
But he didn't have nobody.
That has nothing to do with them as an overall player. That has nothing.
Were you looking up who he has receivers?
No, I didn't look it up.
Look it up.
But that has nothing to do with
it. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, when you have speed freaks nowadays in the NFL, of course you're gonna get a lot of touches, passes, everything. Of course you are.
Let's see. Mike Vick receivers. All right, we'll look up the 2006 year where.
Are we comparing like his best season? So would it be like 06, 07?
Yeah, that's what's coming up.
All right, then you got to compare to Lamar's best season, and then we got to see.
All right, his receivers.
Probably this one's gonna make me funny, make me laugh, isn't it?
Michael Jenkins, Adam Jennings.
Who?
But all right.
Who? Because they're not noble players.
He had no receivers, but that's not my point.
Okay, no. Now look up Lamar's best season, and then look at the receivers that he had.
That was 2019.
Okay.
2019 season.
All right, go ahead.
I guarantee you he did not have a top receiver.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you can have a great team, but you also need to have a great quarterback.
Okay.
Miles Boykin, Willie Snead was his receivers.
Did he have Mark Andrews?
Tight end?
I just need to know if he had Mark Andrews.
Nick Boyle.
Nick Boyle wasn't bad.
And he had Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram was a great running back. He was a great running back.
That doesn't matter. He still threw the ball.
Honestly,
he still threw the ball, though. That's my point.
Yeah, but they both didn't
Jackson doesn't need to run to rely on success.
Well, no, he kind of for that MVP. He did. That MVP season, he had a lot of rushing yards. He did. I think he broke Michael Vick's record for the most rushing yards and touchdowns.
He
broke Vick's record.
He had 1,200 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns.
Off running?
Yeah.
And then what about Michael Vick? And that was 19.
Yeah, that was 2019.
I think you go to the 06 to 07. I forgot what season was. I don't know if he won. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if he won MVP.
All right, Mike Vick, 2006. All right, 2006 season for Michael Vick. 20 touchdowns, passing touchdowns.
Look at that. We'll go with the Russian too. If you put that in there, the Russian yards. You said Lamar had what, 12,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his team record that year was 7-9.
Yes, and he still got the playoffs, didn't he?
Where's his rushing yards? I do not see it.
It should be there. You gotta look, or go to ESPN trying to find it as well.
All right, let's see. 2006.
Is it that hard to find it?
Yeah. I'm on Pro Football Reference.
Oh, I'll go to ESPN. You can probably find them better. That's how I did with Wembanyama and Gobert. That's how I found their stats.
All right, 2006. You know what? I'm going to look up on my phone.
Yeah, you can do that too. I'm surprised you're not finding it. It should be easier to find on the laptop than it's the phone.
All right, let's see. Mike Vick.
While he's looking it up, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you're not following, please follow us.
Mike Vick 2006 stats. 2474 passing yards.
24, okay. Don't tell me he had like no rushing yards. I know he did.
Can't find it.
What? Hold on.
All right, let's see. Regular season. 2006.
Mike Vick.
Yeah, look it up because I can't get it. Rushing yards, 2006.
Thank you.
1,000 yards.
Wow. So he had 1,000 yards and he had what, 1,200? Lamar did.
So Lamar Jackson's the better player overall.
Other than 2019, yeah. And then I guess so. You could say that, but I mean, if you gave you could say the same thing with Lamar Jackson. If you gave him a good team, because Boykin at that time was a good receiver. Snead was
Yeah, Snead was.
Nick Boyle was a good tight end.
He was, but
he was good. Vic didn't have that.
No, but my point is Jackson does not just need to run the ball.
I like how we got 3 of them in one. I can't believe we did that.
Yeah, that was good. But this is just a preview of what people can expect on Dougie versus Drust.
Don't worry, there'll be more arguments.
Oh, there will be.
Because I think we should get it. Cause I'm surprised Doug didn't try to bring up who's better, Cincinnati or Pittsburgh. That's what I'm waiting for.
We'll wait for the season for that.
Ooh, we could do that.
We'll wait for
week 1.
Yeah, week 1.
We could do week 1 of that one. Well, especially too soon. Next week we'll talk about the schedule. Should be releasing next week, I believe, or it's coming up.
The 15th.
The 15th, I think we said it was.
Yeah,
we looked it up. Which I don't.
Wednesday. So that will be on Dougie and the Boys.
Well, no, Dougie and the Boys is on Thursday, my guy.
Yeah, but
we'll have it. Yeah, I'm saying we'll have it there, but we can also reiterate too on here if we have to, if we can.
So that was just a nice preview of Dougie versus Drust, what to expect. Whatever you got for us, throw it at us.
Yeah, please comment down below.
Yeah, we'll bring it up.
Support your boys.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes because
it'll be fun.
Unfortunately, Jonathan and Dave are leaving us.
Yeah.
That we do feel bad for, but I mean they have to grow on too because they're moving to bigger, better things. So we gotta take a step back. But for us, we're gonna hopefully we both grow as channels.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. This should be fun.
Yeah, because there's more. I mean, there's more to come.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't get me wrong. We'll do all the sports stuff too.
Yeah, we'll do our whole sports show. We'll do our sports shows.
Yeah, we'll have 2 separate things. If anything, that's more of a discussion we're gonna have.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. Lots to work on, but this is just a preview for what people are going to expect.
Yeah, you guys have any comments or any advice for us or anything we could change or make better?
Yeah,
please comment or
because we could even do 2 shows. We could do Dougie versus Drust where we debate some stuff,
and then our own sports one,
and then we could do Dougie and Drust where we go over the world of sports. So
it could be any sport.
It could be live. It could be pre-recorded.
Yeah. It could be a major, we could do one live and one pre-recorded.
Yeah, we could do the sports, Dougie and Drust live, and then Dougie versus Drust and go in whatever debate it is, sports, music related, comedy related, anything.
Yeah, okay.
So
I mean, it'd be kind of hard with Dougie because he's not a big comic guy or anything, so it's kind of hard to go into that.
Yeah, but it will be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
The Doug Siravo Show is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Jimmy does not have his hockey stick, but
you hide my stick.
Swing on by.
You hide my stick. I don't appreciate this.
Must be nice.
I don't know who hides somebody's stick like this.
Copy.
No, shut up.
This episode was brought to you by Nicole and Dave. Go Sports. For all your latest information surrounding the world of sports, talk to Dave.